Placenta, the blue vessels are the umbilical arteries coming from the baby. The red vessel is the umbilical vein going to the baby from the placenta. Then collectively it's the umbilical cord. So the umbilical vein, the red one with oxygen, is coming into the baby. As it comes into the baby, we'll turn them this way. It comes into the baby here, it's still the umbilical vein. When it gets into the liver, it's now the ductus venosum. It taps into the inferior vena cava. This part's kind of coming out here. Push them back up. Okay, so there it is, connecting. Umbilical vein, ductus venosum, taps into the inferior vena cava. Comes up into the right atrium. Blood enters the right atrium, goes from right atrium to left atrium. That's why you can see that there's a hole through it. So the blood goes from right atrium to left atrium because there's no lungs to go to. There's no reason for the right ventricle to contract, even though it does get a little blood there for the development of the lungs. There's no exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. So it goes from the right to the left, goes to the left atrium, comes out, comes up into the aorta and sends the aorta down here. The aorta down here splits into the right and left common iliacs. Internal iliacs branch off of that and becomes the umbilical artery, which is bringing deoxygenated blood back to the placenta to return with oxygenated blood. If there's any blood going into the right ventricle, it can come up to the pulmonary trunk and shunt from the pulmonary trunk, which is right here, directly over to the aorta and get blood back into the arterial system.
The little part that leaks into the lungs, how does that get back in there again?
Same thing, pulmonary veins, back to the heart. Same as any circulation, except it hasn't been oxygenated.
That's just for tissue growth.
That's just